Okay. Hello, teacher. Hello, class. I'm very glad to be here to present our mini presentation, Team 2 CT. And to begin, I would like to introduce our group members. Trần Thị Ngọc Lam, Nguyễn Đức Anh, Nguyễn Minh Ánh, Ngô Quỳnh Anh, and me, Trịnh Thị Thu Hoài, are 5 members of our group 1. Today, our group is going to talk about the causes and the effects of the constructions of skyscraper in big city. The reason that we choose this topic is the rapid growth of the economy of leading countries is contributing to the development of big city. The constructions of the skyscraper is an alarming problem that leads to many consequences to both the environment and people's life. And what we want to do is to provide the information about the causes and effects of the construction of skyscraper in big city. I believe that after the sharing of our group, you can deeply understand information that we have shared. And after the mini present, you can live more environmentally and more healthy. Okay, let's move to the plan of our group. First, I'll look at the introduction of the mini presentation. Later that we plan to share with our class the causes of the construction of skyscraper in big city. And then the effects of the construction of skyscraper is also the main point that we want to present to our class. After that, we move to an interesting part, which is comparing the skyscraper in the world with the skyscraper in Vietnam. Finally, I hope to conclude all the information that our group has shared. Is there anyone of our class know what is the skyscraper mean? Okay, a skyscraper is a very tall multi-story building. And the original of the skyscraper, the name first came into use during the 1880, shortly after the first skyscraper were built in United States, and the development of skyscraper came as a result of the coincidence of several technological and social developments. The term skyscraper originally applied to building of 10 to 20 stories, but by the late 20th century, the term was used to describe high-rise buildings of unusual height, generally greater than 40 to 50 stories. The definitions and original of skyscraper is the last isn't finally part of my presentation. So now I would like to invite Đức Anh to continue to share with our class the causes of the constructions of the skyscraper in big city with our class.
Okay, class. Okay, I can notice the causes of the construction of the skyscrapers in big cities. Before I can give you a question, which aspects of life do the construction of these buildings in big cities affect? Yes. Okay, let's move to the main part of my presentation. Okay, first of all, I think the purpose of the the cause of these constructions is based on the benefits, the clear benefits of these skyscrapers to the environment, to the economy, and to many human lives. And most important, the purpose is to enhance tourism development. Okay, now many cities, especially big cities, have a lot of have used fossil fuels, especially non-renewable resources to enhance the economy of these cities. But fossil fuels will be run out soon or later in the future. Is proof that tourism is becoming more important in the future, and it will become a pillar industry. Okay, and but you should notice the characteristics of high-rise buildings because it have many factors to enhance tourism. Yes, as you can see, high-rise building have been noted by the height, a very attractive height of this building, but many people can move to the top of the building. You can admire the overall and attractive surrounding over the world, over cities. Yes, clearly it can provide everybody a good view, right? Secondly, it can create a new experience for tourists. In my countries or in many places in all over the world, tourists tend to look for natural settings to travel. But in this city, there are a lot of tourist attractions, especially skyscraper. It can is able to create a new experience for tourists to change anything. Okay. In addition, it's evident, clearer evident that the profit made by the effect of this building is more obvious. Take noted example is Empire State Building in New York City. The revenue and the profit generated from its attraction and observation is even higher than rental income. It's more clearer than existing purposes, right? Okay. What's more, overpopulation in big cities is a pressing problem, and erecting many skyscrapers is a key solution to address this problem, because can create more living space for the increasing population, right? And this building can optimize the land use. In the common design of skyscraper, we can see housing, shopping, or other services can added in the same area. It can reduce many land. Yes. Okay. And in the future, the urban sprawl can happen. The town in Korea saving land and can accommodate the total population in the future, right? Okay, and these the final benefit of this skyscraper can easy to follow the cost of this construction is very beneficial to the environment. You can see that many cities without high-rise building tend to expand. Many people tend to expand to the to the suburban areas, but it's give many difficulty in transportation And this process and thus can generating exhaust fumes is the main cause to main cause for pollution, especially air pollution. Yes, and erecting this building can impede this process. It's a synonym to reduce pollution. Okay. Furthermore, I think it can many people can spend more space for green activities, especially planting many trees in Africa. Yes, and let's move to another part of our group presentation. You can further know many have many understanding of the effects of the constructions of the skyscraper, including positive or negative. Yes. Okay, I can invite Ngô Quỳnh Anh.
Yes, thank you again for inviting me. So I will continue our presentation by taking charge in illustrating about negative and positive effect of construction of skyscraper on the environment. And in the negative effect, we will mainly focus on the pollution and environmental pollution. And the first of that is visual pollution. First one, the definition of visual pollution is a visible deterioration and negative aesthetic quality of natural and human man-made landscapes around people. It refers to the impact of pollution has in impairing the quality of landscape, and is formed from compounding sources of pollution to create it. Although the visual pollution can be caused by natural sources like wildfires, but I believe that the predominant causes is from human sources, and the impact of humanity on the earth had reached the global devastation. And the effect of visual pollution has primary symptoms, such as, you can see that in our environment, like destruction, eye fatigue, and decreased in opinion diversity, and even that it can cause to loss of identity. It has also been shown to the increase of biological stress responses and impaired balance. As a secondary source of pollution, these also compound with the impact of its primary source, such as light and noise pollution, that can create multi-layered public health concerns and crises. The next idea for the environmental pollution is the air pollution. And you know that in urban area, the configuration of buildings can lead to the exacerbate wide patterns and an uneven dispersion of pollution. As urban centers continue to expand upward and outward, the present velocity field will continue to trap polluted air close to the tall building within city, especially that you can see within major cities. Most air pollution is derived from transportation, whether it be cars, whether it be trains, planes, or boats. As urban sprawl continue and pollutants continue to be emitted, the air pollution will continue to be trapped within these urban centers. Different pollutants can be detrimental to human health in different ways. For example, you can see that the particular matter from vehicle exhaust and power generation can cause asthma, bronchitis, and cancer, while nitrogen dioxide from motorbike engine combustion process can cause bad impact. The next one is next impact. We want to mention that it consumes much energy. I mean, skyscrapers have considerable mass and requiring stronger foundation than the shorter and lighter buildings. In construction, building materials must be lifted to the top of skyscraper during construction, and it means it requiring more energy than it could be at the lower heights. Furthermore, a skyscraper consumes much electricity because potable and non-potable water has to be pumped to the highest occupied floors. And besides that, skyscrapers are usually designed to be mechanically ventilated. I mean, Elevators are and generally used instead of stairs, and electric light are needed in rooms far from the windows and windowless spaces, such as elevator and bedrooms and stairwells. We move to the positive effect, and I believe that besides some negative effect it brings to us, it still have some positive effect we can deny. It is clear that the skyscraper can be artificially lit, and the energy requirements can be covered by renewable energy or other electricity generation with low greenhouse gas emissions. The heating and cooling of skyscraper can be efficient because the centralized HVAC system. It means of a type system that heat radiation, blocking window, and the small surface area of building. Leadership in energy and environmental design, the abbreviation for it is LEED certification for skyscraper. For example, the Empire State Building received a gold leadership in energy and environmental design rating in September 2011, and the Empire State Building is a totally LEED certified building in the United States. It also providing that skyscraper can be environmentally friendly. So it's all about, we want to talk about the negative and positive effect to the environment of skyscraper. I want to invite Ngọc Lam to continue our presentation to talk about the impact of to the people and citizens.
Thank you, Quỳnh Anh. Hi class, I'm Lam. As you know, skyscrapers have many inevitable effects to the environment, to our surroundings. So how about us? How do skyscrapers affect us, the citizens? Do you think people who are living in high-rise buildings also have psychological discomfort? The answer is yes. Firstly, both underground and high-rise structures can cause unpleasant living conditions. If you are living under or on the ground, high humidity will make your furniture moldy. But if you are living too high, above the 20th or the 22th floor, open private outside areas like balconies are usually not utilized, reducing the access of fresh air for rooms and inhabitants. Besides, for some people who have a fear of height, standing on a skyscraper and look into streets is really a big challenge. And finally, there are more and more safety demands due to the spread of high-rise buildings. For example, in case of fire, we need a standard emergency exit way, or looking for some solutions for suicide by jumping from height. I'm sorry for saying this, but this year in Vietnam, we witnessed a lot of deaths by jumping from high floors. And that's all about the consequence of skyscrapers to citizens. Let's continue with Minh Anh and her comparison between skyscrapers and the world and in Vietnam.
Thank you, Ngọc Lam, for inviting me. And I'm Minh Anh, and I'm going to in charge of the skyscraper in the world and in Vietnam. So I have a question. Do you know the highest buildings in Vietnam? Yes, that's right. It's the Vinhome Central Park, landmark 81. It is the highest skyscraper in Vietnam and 18th highest skyscraper in the world. And in the slide, we're gonna give you information related to the skyscraper in Vietnam. The standard height and roof height is 461.5 meters. The total height is 169.5 meters. Next, we have the floor count is 81, and the years built is 2018. The use of the skyscraper in Vietnam is for residential and hotel, and it's located in the Ho Chi Minh City. all the related information you can find on the slide. The second part is about the highest skyscraper in the world. Can you guess what it is? It is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. The standard height is 828 meters. The total height is 829.8 meters, and floor count is 163. Year built is in the 2009 to 2010. As of course, its location is Dubai. Again, I raise the question like that. What is the purpose of our group to give you an example of skyscraper in Vietnam and in the world? Our purpose is in comparison with the developed countries in the world. Vietnam is and will be on the way to develop. It proves their economic and tourist potential in the present and the future. How about the effects of skyscraper on Vietnam, on the environment or on the residential? Does it bear any resemblance to the skyscraper in the world? I'm gonna take landmark 81 for example. It is actually the symbol of the prosperity in Vietnam. It contains all the entertainment sites with playground, heaven, and all the facility you can find in a shopping center. It's one of the outstanding benefits of skyscraper in the world, and specifically landmark 81. However, it contains effects on people. The first one is psychological behavior. According to the articles, how the psychology on space affect our behavior. Vietnam do undergo this influence, and it is architecture tasks that will improve the life quality of residents, especially city dweller, which we have discussed in the last slide. And according to the article called Da Nang is asked to limit the use of the anti-sunglasses in all the skyscrapers. The high-rise exterior has a detrimental effect on the city occupants. So it's my part about the skyscraper in the world and in Vietnam. I'm going to invite Hoài for summarize our presentation.
Okay, thank you, Minh Anh. And Hoài again. And to sum up the issues that our group that present has critically examined the causes and the effects of the skyscraper in big city. Now to sum up all the issues, let's take a look at the mind map. As you can see, the topic of our is the causes and the effects of the construction of the skyscraper in big city, and it divides into four main points. The first point is definitions of the skyscraper is very tall building, and another small point is the original. The next main part is the causes of the skyscraper in big city. It includes three small points. The first is enhance tourism development. Next is create more living space, and finally be beneficial to the environment. Another main point of this topic is the effects of the skyscraper in big city. It's divided into two small points. The effects into the environment and the effect to citizens. So the environment, as you can see, it divided in negative effects and positive effect. To citizens, we have one impact in psychological discomfort of people. And the last part of this topic that our group had presented is skyscraper in the world and in Vietnam. It includes two small points. Compare between the potential in the present and in the future. and the effects of the skyscraper in Vietnam. And this mind map is the last part that I would wanted to share with our class. After that, we have Q&A time. Please feel free to ask, and we can answer all of your questions. Okay, if there's no, I see there are no questions for our group. If you have any questions, you can contact with our member on Zalo or message, and we will answer you soon as soon as possible. Okay, another last but not least is free sources that our group have to find for the information of the skyscraper. And now that is the end of our presentation. Thank you for your listening and supporting our group. Bye.